Welcome to the psychological fallout of war, a historical insight by the renowned Dr. Stephen F. Myler. As the guns fall silent and the battlefield becomes still, the true cost of war emerges. While physical wounds may heal, many warriors return home, carrying invisible scars, grappling with the lingering echoes of combat. Together, we'll uncover stories that have been long buried, shedding light on experiences that were once shrouded in silence. Join me as we delve into the psychological fallout of war, where courage and healing intertwine. Our journey takes us from the battlefields of past eras to the challenges faced by modern veterans. It's a testament to the human spirit that so many endure and seek to heal, but also a reminder of the silent battles fought on the home front. In this series, we'll navigate through this intricate landscape, exploring the profound impact of war on the human mind. War is not just a clash of armies. It's a profound human experience that leaves its mark on those who fight and those who wait. They suffered from a mysterious ailment known as shell shock. Post-World War I, at first, it was blamed on soldiers' supposed moral failings. But as the war dragged on, this 6-month offensive involved over 1 million British soldiers, resulting in over 420,000 casualties. They were dealing with an unseen enemy, a psychological spectre born from the chaos and carnage of the Western Front. The intense artillery barrage, brutal hand-to-hand fighting, and unprecedented loss of life had a devastating impact on soldiers' mental health. Its purpose was twofold: to rehabilitate wounded soldiers and research effective treatments for shell shock. Many patients were young officers, ill-equipped to handle the horrors they'd witnessed, exhibiting symptoms like tremors, memory lapses, and emotional withdrawal. Located in rural Scotland, it aimed to provide a serene environment distinct from the traumatic battlefields. Unlike physical wounds, it couldn't be seen, leading to accusations of malingering and stigmatization of those who suffered from it. And cases rose. Doctors began to recognize it as a genuine response to extreme stress. When the First World War ended, millions of soldiers returned home, but many brought the horrors of the battlefield back with them. Doctors encouraged talking about traumatic experiences, exploring emotions, and engaging in creative activities, laying the groundwork for future trauma therapies. Shell shock. Invisible wounds of war. Both patients exhibited symptoms of shell shock, having witnessed and endured the brutalities of the Western Front. ONS haunting verses like Anthem for Doomed Youth and Sassoon's scathing critiques like Suicide in the Trenches gave voice to a generation scarred by conflict. And together they created The Hydra, a literary magazine born out of the ashes of war, serving as a platform for patients to share their creative expressions and find healing through art. He also recognized the value of creativity, introducing activities like poetry, writing, and painting to help patients express their emotions. Shell shock, a term coined in World War I, described a sudden collapse in soldiers' mental state caused by the prolonged strain of trench warfare and artillery bombardments. He believed in treating psychological injuries with the same empathy and understanding as physical ones, acknowledging the humanity of those suffering from shell shock. Common symptoms included trembling, memory loss, dissociation, and even paralysis. But what set shell shock apart was its nebulous nature. Soldiers battling on multiple fronts faced not only external pressures, but also the emotional weight of separation from loved ones. Yet amid the confusion and stigma, pioneers in the field of psychiatry began to shed light on this previously misunderstood condition. The Battle of the Somme. But challenges remain in ensuring adequate support and treatment for veterans. The Battle of the Somme in 1916 stands out as a grim milestone in the First World War. This concept emerged as a way to understand the mental health challenges faced by those fighting in a global war that seemed to have no end. Not everyone will develop PTSD, and those who do may exhibit different symptoms. It's crucial to approach each person's story with sensitivity and understanding, recognizing that the psychological fallout of war can be as varied as the battles themselves. Creating safe spaces where veterans feel comfortable sharing their experiences without fear of judgment is essential. It became apparent that something more than physical wounds had been inflicted on these men. PTSD recognizes the delayed and complex effects of trauma, including flashbacks, anxiety, nightmares, and emotional detachment. Craiglockhart Hospital, established in 1916, Craiglockhart was a pioneering facility that specialized in treating officers suffering from shell shock. By listening to their stories and validating their emotions, we can help normalize the process of seeking mental health support. By late 1916, the facility was inundated with cases, primarily following the Battle of the Somme, underscoring the urgent need for such specialized care. Your thoughts and experiences are valuable and may resonate with others who are also on this journey of discovery and healing. And the contemporary recognition of PTSD, we've traced the evolution of understanding these invisible wounds. It delves into the depths of the soul, leaving scars that are not always visible. Also, check out our other content, which also covers similar topics. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Until next time, stay curious, stay compassionate, but amidst the somber atmosphere, innovative therapies emerged. Dr. Rivers' approach. At the heart of Craiglockhart was Dr. W.H.R. Rivers, a neurologist and anthropologist whose methods were groundbreaking. Rivers' approach was revolutionary. Instead of punitive measures, he employed talking therapies, encouraging patients to discuss their traumatic experiences in a non-judgmental environment. This patient-centered approach laid the foundation for modern trauma-informed care, shifting the narrative away from moral failings and towards healing and recovery. The poets of trauma. Amidst the solemn halls of Craiglockhart, two literary giants, Wilfred Owen and Sig, found solace and creative expression in their shared trauma. Their poetry became a powerful testament to the invisible wounds of war, capturing the disillusionment, grief, and anguish felt by countless soldiers. Through their words, the horrors of war transcended the battlefield, echoing in the hearts and minds of readers worldwide. Owen and Sassoon's poetry, moving on to World War II, as expectations of swift military victories turned into protracted global conflicts. Soldiers grappled with the strain of maintaining morale on multiple fronts. Battle fatigue, endurance under pressure. Battle fatigue, prominent during World War II, described the psychological toll of extended combat and the constant threat of death. Unlike the sudden traumas experienced in World War I, battle fatigue was a slow burn, a gradual erosion of the psyche under sustained duress. By the end of the 20th century, the American Psychiatric Association officially recognized post-traumatic stress disorder, a term that encompasses the psychological ramifications of experiencing or witnessing traumatic events. Modern warfare today. Today, discussions around PTSD have become more widespread, signifying progress in recognizing the invisible wounds of war, recognizing the spectrum of experiences. It's important to acknowledge that every individual's experience is unique, and the impact of war can manifest in various ways. Some may suffer from flashbacks or nightmares, while others might experience emotional numbness or heightened anxiety. Seeking to help breaking the silence, encouraging open conversations about mental health is vital, breaking down the stigma that often prevents individuals from seeking help. This can foster a sense of community and solidarity, reminding them that they're not alone in their struggles. Veterans sharing stories. As we reflect on the journey thus far, we recognize that the human experience of war goes beyond the clash of arms. From the haunting echoes of shell shock in World War I to the endurance of battle fatigue in World War II. What has resonated with you from this exploration? Feel free to comment below. If you want to go further, don't forget to subscribe.